Hello, good evening, or is it morning wherever you are, or it could be afternoon for some people. I guess for those who are in the US, it will be afternoon right now. But for us, it is in the early hours of the morning, Sunday morning. So you're welcome to Opinion Sharers. We are supposed to have been here 30 minutes earlier than now, but we're waiting for some of our people from Nigeria who are supposed to join us, but I guess they have issues with network or electricity. So unfortunately, we waited and waited. So we decided to move ahead. Hopefully, maybe some of them might be still be able to join us. So thank you. In case you're just joining us, my name is Paul again, and I have Oluwatosin with me. We're going to be talking about the US election. So, Oluwatosin, you're welcome. How are
Thank you.
you?
I'm good.
Okay. So, before we begin to talk about the issues that we need to talk about, can we quickly share this link so that we can invite some people to, people who might be interested in contributing to the discussion and watching us live? So, please, for those who are watching us, please quickly go to the link and scroll down to the share button and please do share it widely as far as possible. If you belong to any public group where political social issues are allowed to be shared, please do consider sharing it there, and share it on your own personal profile as well, so that the discussion can be robust. We are hoping that some of our colleagues and panel members will still join us from Nigeria, but we are thinking that they may not be able to join because of, or they've not joined yet because of network challenge. I've been in contact with one of them actually, but he confirmed that network is a challenge. So I'm trying to look for the link now to be able to share it. Okay.
Yeah, I shared it already here.
Okay. So if you're just joining us, you're welcome to the Opinion Sharers. And we are going to be discussing issues relating to the US election. So please stay tuned. You might even be able to contribute, you know, either via the comment section, or maybe you can even call in if you want to. Okay, so I've just finished sharing now, so we go straight to the discussion. Welcome, welcome, welcome. In case you're just joining us, you're welcome to Opinion Sharers. We're going to be discussing the US election, especially the presidential election, which has been intense. It's been on since on the 3rd of this month, and today is 8 right now. So uh, maybe 7 for some people, but it's 8 here already. So we want to look at some of the major issues that happen, especially as it's also, concerns us as Africans. So, Oluwatosin, what do you think? What's your opinion, general overview of this election?
My general overview of the election of the just concluded U.S. election is
It has not been concluded yet, oh. So
I
it,
think I
it
saw
is still
it.
being counted in some places. Yeah, it is still
I
being counted in some places, but it is believed that based on most of them have reached past 90 something percent. So they are expecting that the number of votes might still increase, but it will not change the projected winner.
Okay, I thought I
Yes.
saw in the news that the counting should stop because the winner has been announced already.
Well, I don't think they would stop like that. They don't stop. They don't stop like that. They will
Okay.
continue counting. Yeah. Because if you stop counting, you never know. Somebody who the loser might decide to say, "Oh, you maybe there are people who voted for me and you did not count." So,
Ashebi is first to reach 270.
well,
Somebody
well,
reached before him or
yeah,
before the other
it's
person.
supposed to be. Yeah, true. It's supposed to be, but then they need to know the number of voters, the number of valid votes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
So my opinion about it is the election is come and gone. Actually, to Africans, well, this election is a deciding factor for some Africa, not only for Africans, but most especially for immigrants in the U.S. Immigrants, and it has been decided now. We have a new president, and we have a first black vice president. We have first female vice president elect also. So the if you picture the two of them together, that's the president elect and the vice president elect. If you picture the two of them together, you will see that it's a very nice combination for the world we live in now. It's a nice combination of the two male and female coming together and leading a country. It's really it's really a step ahead for the US. If they cannot bring forth the female president, at least they bring forth the female vice president, and from then the guest child can start dreaming now of one day they can advance forward from being the vice president to the president. So it's very nice.
yeah. I think, in fact, as far as the position is concerned, God forbid if anything should happen to the president, the vice president automatically becomes the president. So she's as good as the president. So
Yes,
maybe president is traveling or is indisposed, then she takes the
she
role or the
stands in.
position of a president. So it's a monumental achievement for the US, and we rejoice with them. We rejoice with them, and especially for uh, Madam Kamala Harris. That she's actually from both African and Indian descent. So it's we're going to be I'm going to be looking up to seeing a lot of diversity in the US as we go on and seeing what is going to be happening. Even though we are also expecting that President Trump will put up some fight, according to him, that he believes that there has been gross fraud. That even though I shared a short video on this platform yesterday because I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was actually happy the fact that, as he was saying these things, I was happy that US journalists were bold to be able to say, no, what the president is saying is wrong. I mean, it's fallacy. That it's blatant lie. There was one particular guy, who say what the president is saying is blatant lie. And I was just looking at, wow, a whole president of US, and some journalists is saying, that is a blatant lie, that they will not even cover some of those things he's saying, you know. So, and the thought of Nigeria comes into my mind, that when are we going to see that kind of, leader, or that kind of environment or society where journalists can question leaders like that in Nigeria. This is Nigeria where politicians, despite all the things that are happening in Nigeria now, they are thinking uh, of controlling the use of social media in Nigeria. Nigerian data or internet, for instance, is one of the most expensive in the world, and yet they still want to control it. So what do you think about that? Before we go, there are some other things we are going to talk about, but what do you think about this one?
Yeah, we cannot deny the fact that countries like the US and other Western countries that practice democracy and freedom of speech, freedom of expression, we cannot deny the fact that they have really gone ahead of us in Africa. And Africa in total, not only in Nigeria. And empowerment is another factor to look into, because media houses in the Western countries, they are more empowered than media houses in Africa and Nigeria in particular. And in the Western world, they can get grants and all, but in Nigeria, they depend on adverts from individuals in power, and especially from politician and government. So sometimes ago, Punch newspaper was in news calling out the president, as they will start addressing him as General Muhammadu Buhari retired. And I learned that during that time, the government stopped giving adverts to Punch newspaper. So because
it's expected.
Their advert and all, it comes with huge amount of money. That is why you see media houses cannot tackle them like you would expect them to do, because they expect advert from them, they expect all these rubbish jingles from them. Ekiti Focus, Osun Affair, Kinikon, in television houses where they will be camouflaging, they'll be packaging shows to camouflage that the governor there is working. And so you see them having rallies and all, and they pay all this TV station huge amount of money in order to cover it for them, and also to give them view and hearing, during the electionary campaign and all that.
But
So
in the US also, politicians. I learned, in fact, this election that many of Democrat senators, that they spent millions of dollars, especially on adverts. So it's not just in Nigeria. It's not just a thing of Nigeria. It happens in the West also. They're spending on adverts. I think
yeah,
it's more than just advert. It's more than just the fact, because they are in business, okay. So if they are going to cover you, if they are going to advertise for you, then you got to pay for the service. But I think there is something that's more than that, in terms of our freedom generally, in terms of democracy, the way we practice democracy in general.
that is where I'm also going to, because the in Western world, they have really gone ahead of us, and people are really free to express themselves. Not like we have it in Nigeria, that even if you protest, the next day your account is frozen, the next day you are being picked up for just protest. So the other time, a group of journalists was having a press conference with FFK, Femi Fani
Panically.
Kayode. Yeah,
Yeah.
and when that journalist asked him the question, "Who is bankrolling you?" you could see the reaction from his colleagues. They say, "What's in the worry you? You see yourself now." You get the point. So you see the
Yeah,
reaction
I
from them.
get that
You
point,
see
but
yourself now.
that is more of people who are supposed to be professionals, but who do not understand their right. They don't know their right. They don't have enough self-esteem. That's the way I see it, you know. Because
Wait.
ordinarily, if there is enough self-esteem, uh, even their fellow colleagues will not be attacking and saying, "You see your life, you shouldn't have been asking for." It's embarrassing, but then it was covered up because people don't really talk about it. But it's something that we see.
So the media houses also, some of these media houses are owned by politicians. So you cannot, a media house that's owned by politicians, you cannot go on here and start talking against your paymasters.
True.
So that is one of the reasons you see journalists cannot really tackle politicians as they should. And even if you want to ask questions from presidents that in a very harsh question from him, you can only ask question from a president that understand your question. The last time Buhari and Oshibajo on TV show, they don't have the boldness to face others in a debate, so they kind of organize a separate debate for all of them. Even in their own debate, it was Buhari and Oshibajo only that were there. The presenter was asking them questions. It takes Oshibajo to whisper
The
those
answer.
questions to
It-
to Buhari's here. Some of the it was a serious embarrassment on that show. You can even heard him saying to the presenter that he doesn't know, he doesn't understand. So that is why I cannot forgive those that campaigned for Buhari 2019, 2018, 2019, because it was the failure is glaring, is staring them on the face, and they chose to go with it. If he cannot answer a simple question, if he cannot answer a simple question, if he cannot have a chat, so why are we waiting for
okay.
him to bring good
So
governance?
we are already drifting away from our topic. Anyway, because we are Nigerians, and I understand that we are passionate about about Nigeria. So, and as you talk like this, other issues begin to come to my mind. So, because I was talking about this same particular issue with somebody earlier today, and he was saying that he hoped, because this is somebody who is expecting that, who was rooting for Donald Trump. Okay, there's a section of Nigerians who believe that Donald Trump is fighting for Christians. They believe that it is the will of God. In fact, there have been prophecies in several churches and really among religious groups, believing that Donald Trump is the will of God. That he is pro-life, is against abortion and all of those things. And I'm trying to drift us away from that thing that we are saying, so that we come back to so that, because our viewers, they will see that we have something on the banner and we are talking about something else, and we might still talk about that because we are Nigerians. And I also want to look at how does this US election and this new president and his team, how is it that they will impact or might likely impact Africa? So we will get to that level. So what I was saying about is that this guy, he believes, and not only him, there are so many Nigerians like that, you know, who believe that Donald Trump is the will of God, that he is saving church, he is saving the church worldwide. In fact, that was what somebody said to me. In fact, somebody came to my Facebook wall yesterday and started cussing out on me because, yeah, person was cussing out on me saying that I did not know that I am this heartless or something like that, just because I shared a video. I shared about the video about what Hillary Clinton said about Donald Trump, that Donald Trump does not give up, that he doesn't accept defeat.
Wait.
That if he couldn't get something that he wants, he would cry foul and say he was cheated. You know, that was in 2000 and I think that was 2016 election, right? So that was what I shared, though, that person came and commented that. I said, okay. So, and I'm beginning to look at another person again, a close friend of mine, went to the college together many years ago. and she was telling me in my WhatsApp GM that why is it that I'm not supporting Trump? I said Trump has messed up. You know, I was one of the people that I was supporting Trump earlier. Gone. In fact, I was rooting for him seriously. But the truth is, after campaign, if you use strong languages during the campaign, it might be okay. But after campaign, you are still using strong words. And I told that lady, who was my former classmate, I told her, I said, see, the world or the America as a country is not a country for Christians alone. There are people who believes in other religions there. It's just like what we have in Nigeria. There are people who don't believe in God. There are people who are Muslims. There are people who are Christians. There are people who are Ogun or Shango worshippers. And as the head or as the president, you preside over everybody, not just the Christians there. And so, as it is in America, you don't preside over just the white people or over people that look like you. You preside over everybody, including the vagabonds, including the people who are misbehaving and all of those things. So, if you cannot, in 21st century, a major part or major skill that's relevant in terms of leadership is for you to be able to use words. You don't need to pamper them. I mean, you don't need to lie. You don't need to twist word, but you need to be able to speak to everybody. But Donald Trump, from day one till day zero, he is not able to do that. In fact, he got to the extent that he now. I also saw a video yesterday. I'm sorry that I'm talking too much. I saw a video yesterday and I shared it also, and I know that some of my religious friends don't like it. Where Paula White was praying that angels from Africa, they will come to America to help Donald Trump win the election. So I shared it, and some people did not like it. And I
Why?
said, because I don't know. So you are asking for angel from Africa, yet Donald Trump called Africa shithole. So how do we think as Africans? Because this person was saying this, another person now say, I hope America will not be like Nigeria, so that after they voted out the Donald Trump, what's it called, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Now that we are regretting, I say no, America is not like Nigeria. And besides, even if it happens like that, the truth is that Jonathan wasn't performing.
Nobody's regretting Jonathan left.
Yeah. No, they believe that we are regretting, people are regretting that Nigerian Jonathan left. But
They are
even
the
if
only
people
one
are
regretting.
regretting, wait now, even if people are regretting, that was how many years ago? There has been another election after that time. Yet they voted Buhari. So is it still about Jonathan? It's not
Yeah.
about Jonathan.
Mm.
I said we have been having problem with bad leadership ever since. It did not just start yesterday. It did not just start with Jonathan. It did not start with Obasanjo. We've been having bad leaders even from independence. People with very little vision or competence, especially since the military took over. That's the major challenge that we have. Okay. Unfortunately, Jonathan was probably qualified on the paper. He's a PhD holder, but unfortunately, he couldn't perform. You know. So now, what do you have to say? Because I know that maybe your papa was also I don't know. Maybe your papa had prophesied that Donald Trump would be the president.
My papa is not, my dad is not a pastor. My dad is just a church member. Now, you see, Nigerians are very funny people. And I think it is a part of Nigeria that took it upon themselves to really support Donald Trump and asking. You see, there's a lot of propaganda in the air, and to get people, especially Nigerians, to get them just talk about religion, talk about God, talk about Jesus, just try to scare them, the world will come to an end. You see them shitting in their pants. Now, one of the things they have used to encode them,
Capture.
to cajole them, to capture them, is that these people, this Hillary Clinton, this Joe Biden, Obama, and all, they are satanic people, and uh, Trump is the good guy, is God sent, and if these other guys have their way to, do you know they are even talking about this corona, that it is Trump that is stopping the world from vaccine, that they want to start vaccinating the world, and very soon the world will end. I told one of them, I said, if we are Christians and God and Jesus have gone to prepare a place for us in heaven, why are we scared some people want to end our world? He said, no, no, you see, these people are just very funny. When you come on, the problem we have now is that we have a lot of dumb people with smartphone. So imagine giving microphone to everybody. That is what our world is now. Everybody now has access to talk. Everybody now have opportunity to talk. So,
It's good now.
yeah, it's good. But what we some time ago, my friends usually watch football a lot, but I don't watch. That's
Okay.
early. That's 2000. Yeah, early 2000, 2003. They are watching football. Everybody is crazy about football. I don't watch up till 2014, 2004, 2005 before I start watching football. But what I do is this: in my early days of watching that, I mean the European club side, when I started watching, I go to view center, I just keep quiet and I'm listening to people talking. I don't talk because I know I don't know anything about this European club side and all. I don't know even names of players and all the clubs and all. So I keep quiet. I just listen for like 6 months to 1 year. I'm just going there to hear people talk to before I start talking. But what we have now is everybody wants to talk, even when what they are saying does not make sense to even them. But they we still insist on it. I engaged a lady, she's on my friend list. She said, America, despite all Trump did for you guys, is the best president so far in the history. So I comment there, I say, Madam, well done. Oh. So what has he done that is the best president? He said, no, he cannot be saying it now, but to her, she is the best president. I said, you can just enlighten me, and some of your friends also can read this, so we can all be enlightened. You can enlighten us to know. So they don't know what they are saying just because they have played on their religious part of the brain of their brain,
Sentiment.
that this guy is protect. You know, there is one guy, this Joe Joseph, we have former
Joseph, yeah,
actor, Nollywood actor.
former actor. I don't know whether
If
he still acts.
he cannot hack because he has chosen, I don't know, I don't. He said that Trump is going to he has go he has what's it, that he will send forces, armed forces, to all churches in Africa to guide them. All sorts of conspiracy they come up with. And it is the one stopping them from vaccine, from bringing out vaccine that will flush out the whole world, that will do this. Some Nigerians, that's people from the East, are thinking Trump will give them Biafra if he wins the second term. A lot of people with different
uh,
mindsets, with different conspiracy they have sold to them, that doesn't really make sense. That if they cannot sell to people that still use their brain.
But wait, Tosin, it's also important for us to clarify the fact that it is not only Christians that think like this. It is almost all the religious people around the world generally. All right. I've seen religious people think around the world, I mean outside of Nigeria. And I don't have anything against religious people or religion as it is. But when you look at the Muslim also, you see, I was telling my friend earlier today, I say the major reason why majority of the North is supporting Buhari today, despite the fact that almost everybody, even blind people, know that Buhari is a failure, but they will continue to support him and continue to chant Buhari remains the best president, he remains the best leader. You know, even though some of them do not have anything to show for it, though, but they will keep. And why? Is because Buhari is a Muslim. Okay, the reason why some Southerners, I mean Yoruba people, keep supporting Yoruba, I mean Buhari today, one of the major reasons, maybe there may be some other factor, but one of the major reasons because he's a Muslim like them. Okay,
Yes.
the reason why some Christians are supporting the government today is because President Oshibajo is a pastor. We cannot eliminate that. And it is something that they've planted in our brain and is destroying our society. And until when majority of us, because I mean, all of us cannot get to that level, but until when majority of us are able to separate ourselves, and say, okay, let me make decision. I mean, political or electoral decisions based on facts, based on a candidate that is competent, based on a candidate that has my interest at heart. You understand? Based on a candidate that is futuristic, based on a candidate that has an agenda, and we know that he can recruit or get people that can help him deliver his agenda. You understand? Because I was asking
Mm.
that person, we had Buhari in 1983. Is it 83 or 84? All right. I was
84.
a, I was a child then. Okay. Now we had him again in 2014, 2015. Now let's say, have we not had enough of him? Yet we voted for him. Eh? And I learned that Buhari had over 15 million votes. I mean, out of how many votes? Out of how many voters in Nigeria? So, which means, forget about those people who are also doing conspiracy theory that your vote does not count. It is people vote. There may be Ojoro, okay, there may be some cheating and all of that in some areas, but that does not mean that totally, that ultimately your vote does not count. It doesn't
It's
mean so.
it counts.
Your vote counts. It's because we people are voting for them. That is just it. And we should blame ourselves. And I'm not trying to blame the victim here, but I'm only saying that, and our politicians, they've understood this. They understood our sentiment when it comes to religion. And you know that even towards the end of this NSAS, do you know that they were trying to play some religious music? And
Yeah.
people were already talking about it. And okay, when they were talking about religion, they begin to talk about region also. Okay, it is the Igbo people that are destroying something in Lagos. It is the Hausa people that are doing this. Instead of us oppress people to unite in our oppression and then fight against our collective oppressors. No, they will try to divide us by our religious affiliation, because we are people that are drunk with religion. Anything, if I say, if I want to sell this paper to you now, and I say this paper, oh, there's gold in it. In fact, when I slept yesterday, God told me that there is gold in it. You see people coming to buy it and pay for it, even though it is paper, ordinary paper they can buy in the market for 5 naira. Because I have told them that God told me that there is gold in this one, or there is something spectacular about this, people begin to buy it. And this exists among all the religions. So it is not just about Islam, it is not just about Christianity.
Mm.
Anyway, that being
Mm.
said, I'm deliberately saying this so that some of the people who will see this video, or people who are watching us, this platform is meant for education. It's not just, we just don't want to talk and waste people's time or waste our own time. All right, so we're still talking about Donald Trump. So, Tosin, If
Yeah.
you hear the word President Donald Trump, what comes to your mind before this election?
I've seen the video of some kids. They ask them that word, that question. Their response was very straightforward and awkward. And Donald Trump is is a person that a lot of people admire. His doggedness to achieving this dream of becoming U.S. president. And like you have rightly said in the introduction, that he during the campaign, his use of vulgar words was much, but he gained popularity with that, especially among his supporters. But when he became the president, he ought to have understand that now campaign and election is gone. We are now in the real business and to take up the challenge. Actually, he accomplished most of his election campaign promises. He accomplished them. There are some he didn't, but most of it, he accomplished them. But what comes to mind when you heard of the name Donald Trump? You just heard of one clown, one guy that is just carefree, that can just say anything. One old guy that probably doesn't know what he's doing or what he's saying. Though he achieved a lot of momentum for US in the area of peace around the world and coming in contact with the leader of North Korea also and uniting the Arab world and Israel. He gave a lot of momentum with that also. We cannot take that away from him. But overall, when you think of the guy, you just think it is too much unpresidential what he usually say or what he do. Calling people idiots, calling people stupid, calling people. In fact, you cannot expect from the president of United States of America, who is self-acclaimed to be the most powerful man in the world, some of the things you will hear from Donald Trump. From of his tweets are seen to be flagged down as fake news. Imagine fake news coming from the most powerful man in the world. Fake news. His time in office, he has a little bit the take back American, and people now see that Americans are only smart in the movie, but not in the real life. He has taken them back a little bit. He has taken them back. His 4 years has taken them back in some aspect. He has taken them back. People now, the momentum, the vibes that American carries before become president is not really there again. And I think with the emergence of the new president now, I think they will start getting that back.
Thank you. There's one particular thing you said, and I want to re-emphasize it that before Donald Trump, people used to look at Americans as people who are generally smart. But unfortunately, even to me personally, I think there is an aspect of America that I have never noticed, that I have never seen, and he has exposed me to it, and that is the fact that there are so many foolish people, honestly. And there's one particular thing again. Most of the conspiracy theories that ended up in Africa that have to do with religion usually comes from America.
Yeah. now during Corona also exposed Americans a lot, because then videos, so many videos were coming from them. There's some guys, there's a particular society, R RNS, I've forgotten the name, RNA something. They are a kind of society. They have a lot of conspiracy theory among them, and they are Trump supporters. They push a lot of conspiracy out, not using mask, a lot, that some guys are birthing with baby's blood and they are drinking baby's blood. A lot. And Donald Trump becoming president, I just exposed Americans. Now we know that
Yeah.
there are more stupid people among them. There are more dumb people among them.
It is during the I don't know, maybe this is negative or positive, but it is during President Trump that I got to sit down and study what racism is. Okay, ordinary, and I'm now, it became clear to me now that maybe 90, 95 or 96, or maybe I don't know what 90 something, but 90 something percent of Africans really do not understand what racism is.
Until
We
it
can
came on
hear
board.
it. No, even, yeah, until this, even now, I'm talking about even now, you may know the dictionary meaning of it, okay, or everybody can Google and say what is this, what is racist, okay, it means this, it means that. But I mean, to truly get to understand it, those of us who have lived in Asia, we understand what racism is. But still, what we have experienced to be racism is not actually what racism is. Or let me say it's like 20% or 50 or 40% of what racism is what we have experienced by living in Africa, in Asia, or by traveling out of Nigeria. Okay, but back home, in fact, almost 100% of people that are in Nigeria, they don't understand what racism is, apart from the dictionary meaning. You understand? So, and that is why I now notice that it makes it difficult for Africans who are migrated from Africa to the US or to any of the Americas, to truly understand the pain or the disappointment of the blacks. Or, I don't even like to call us blacks. I wonder why these people are calling themselves black. Because I see, honestly, I see black as an acronym that the Africans whose parents were slaves has accepted, as a way of distinguishing or separating themselves from the other, from the world. You say when there is white, okay, then there is black. And what is the opposite of white? The opposite of white is black. And when somebody say white, you generally have a picture of purity. You have a picture in your brain. No, you have a picture of something that is good. Your brain have a picture of something that is that is generally light, that is shiny.
That's how they have engineered us now.
That's how they have engineered us. Okay, now in fact, let me take you to a little bit of history. See, Africans, the Africans who were taken by as slaves, all right, they rejected being called Negroes. Okay, they fought against being called Negro because they see being called Negro as a racist word. Okay, they fought against it. So if they call an average person, if they call you Negro in the US, there's a tendency that you might get angry or say, I will report you and stuff like that. But the truth is that Negro is a Spanish word which means black.
Mm.
So you refuse to be called Negro, but you accept to be called black in English. So if I mean, does it make sense? Yeah, they agree and they are holding on to it being called black. But the truth is that most of us, I mean, a lot of us who are from Africa, we have different colors in terms of skin color, complexion.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You understand? So why should we accept to be called black? Anyway, that is by the way. These are some of the things that I understand because of Donald Trump. Another thing that I understand also is the Confederacy situation, the war that they fought. I never knew about all these things until because of Donald Trump. I began to now study the history. I also knew about the white supremacists. Ordinarily, these
Mm,
are things that are alien to Africans. We don't
yeah.
understand. We don't, even if you hear it gone, maybe you just hear it in passing. But
Mm,
all these things came alive. White supremacy, people are carrying, that I also noticed that even during this Donald Trump, there are militants in US,
yeah. Yeah.
militants who are heavily armed, you
Yeah.
know. So, and they have who are those who are black, they have those who are white. Ordinarily,
Hmm.
we've been hearing about black people killing themselves in Chicago and all of those things. But you don't know that there are also militants who, like the boys we have in Niger Delta in those days. These people are probably even worse because I have
Yeah.
seen a video of them on the street of America, and I'm wondering, wow, in 2020, and they were saying during the debate that they are asking Donald Trump to deny this people and say, to deny white supremacy. He say they should stand down, and that's just too much from a president. All the agreement, international agreements that the US already they are signatories to, you begin to pull them
Yeah.
out. So China now began to reign as a superpower.
What power? Yeah.
China was almost killing Indians a few months ago. They were ready to confront them, and this is because of the vacuum that Trump has created. He
Yeah.
pulled out of NATO. He pulled out of all manners of international agreements. So it denigrates. I mean, to me, I think he kind of reduced America as a superpower. People don't respect America as they used to. Even me before, everybody want to go to America, but it doesn't move me anymore. Anyway, that's just me, though. And these are some of the things, because I used to root for Trump very well. Don't forget that I used to be very, 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 very religious too. So these are some of the things that were appealing to me. And I also, I am an advocate of, since I'm a researcher, and researchers needs to be conscious of their bias, and we all have biases. So the first thing we need to realize is that, okay, I have a bias in this area, so it might affect my decision. So these are things that Nigerians, when we are making decisions, especially another election is coming in about 3 years time. Let's say we have accepted the failure of Buhari, and if you protest, they will kill you. Some people protested in Abuja a few days ago. They went, and the police arrested them. After beating them up, they went there and brought them before one judge, and he sent them to prison.
Sankara George. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is just protest, in the city of Abuja. So it's just, I guess maybe we are just going to be enduring it until whenever it is time to carry his load and go, or maybe he dies.
Yeah.
Even though
You give up already.
honestly, because to me, I saw Showore posting about people should not give up and all of this things today, and I was just looking at it. I think I don't think it's gonna work. This is probably the first time I'm saying it on a video like this, but I don't think it's gonna work because these people they are not going to give up power, and they keep killing people. I am sure that I don't know if you have seen a video that Fayemi, Adeola Fayemi made, I think
Fire.
about 2 days ago. Fayemi, sorry.
Mm.
It was based on the discovery of Premium Times, about how some people were shot, how the neighboring villages, they saw people running and saw some people died. They saw the police or the army, pick up the dead bodies of those people. In fact, that night, on the night of that shooting, they say even someone who came to that place.
At
Yes,
Lekki?
yes, they say he came in the middle of the night after they say after the military left. the police came and shot some people too. Then after the police had left, Sanwo-Olu came. These are eyewitnesses, people in the Riverine who were in those places. You know, they said they were rescuing people who went and run into the river. So this is the kind of country that we have. These people are just like animals. They don't care. They will kill anybody. They can call because see the truth is that if they allow the NSAS protest, it could have led to revolution. Okay, so they had to come up with some genius, evil genius idea to quench the fire. And if all the lootings and all of those things, it is orchestrated. I'm believing. So you can call me. You can say it is a conspiracy theory, but it is my own theory that it is the government that actually plan all those things, all those looting and all those they are revealing where palliatives are. It is a part of it, so that they know that people are hungry, people are angry. So when they open food now, our people don't forget the fight within the fight. Anyway, Tosin, I've spoken very too much, Abi. So now let me
Right.
let me let me take your opinion on Biden before
On
I tell you my own opinion about him.
Biden is a new guy coming on board. We just hope for the best to come. I have stopped having much hope and expectation in politicians when they are coming on board because what I've witnessed recently, most especially with Buhari, 2015, has made me to not fully having hope or any much expectation in politician, and I will not have that again. But we must also understand that where Biden is coming to be president over is a place that the system has been placed already. So it's unlike Nigeria that there's nothing to function on. When you become president in Nigeria, you are just given a playing ground to build on. But in a place like US, even you cannot misbehave that much because institutions are there already, and they are not only there, but they are functional. So, and as US president, they still got some powers. We cannot deny that. Like the powers Trump had, and he stopped immigrations from particular countries. So, we're expecting,
Including our own shithole.
including Nigeria. So we are expecting Biden to come and right all the wrongs that Donald Trump has did in his 4 years, and I'm very happy because for his even after he's announced as president, he said he appreciates the opportunity to be US president. He appreciates, and he said he will be president for everybody. That
That's
will
very
remind
important.
you of Buhari when he became president the second time. He said those that voted for him, he will favor them. And those that did not vote for him, he will not do anything for them. And that is playing out right now. So a lot of people have criticized the ages of these two candidates, that they are both 70 years. But we have seen in their display that uh, age does not really matter in decision making. It just depends on individual on how individual choose to be stupid or on how individual choose to be wise. So in this move, the recent move of Biden, he has shown that he carries some things and he will deliver. And not forgetting that he was the vice president to Obama, so he must have tapped a lot of sense in Obama. So we hope for the best for him. we are hoping that we, as soon as possible, lift the ban on Nigeria also to start trooping in.
Bro, you are selfish. Oh. Anyway, that was one thing that I saw a comment about 3 days ago. Somebody said he did not understand Nigerians. Though. How come you are supporting Trump? Somebody who does not want to have anything to do with black people, who hate you Africans, and you are praying and dancing in the street for him. He say, I don't understand though.
Probably they have told those ones that if we give them Biafra.
Yeah, maybe there may have been a prophecy in their church
and they have shown
regarding that.
them the picture of Trump, the photoshopped one where he is wearing this Igbo cap.
No, I began to see that one after he was sure that he was going to lose the election. Anyway, you see, when I first learned about the candidacy of the elected president, Joe Biden, I wasn't really happy because I thought maybe America could do better now. Waiting be she won't be sharing with old men, you know. Trump is probably 74 and Joe Biden is, I think, is 76 or 77 now. So, and I was wondering, but then, so I wasn't really happy about any of the candidates initially. But when he now chose Kamala Harris, and I went to read about Kamala Harris because I don't just take things on face value. I studied her very well, and then I think, well, this might be a good choice. The fact that he could choose a candidate like her means that he is conscious of the people. You understand? See, one thing that is very, very pronounced, that's well pronounced now in America, is that America is divided perhaps more than ever before.
He is conscious of the people and conscious of the situation.
Exactly my point. So, and that means that old man has some local intelligence, that the world can benefit from. So it was because of, even though I did not know Kamala Harris before then, but I just went to study her. She's a senator and be fighting and all of those things. So, okay, maybe this is because and Kamala Harris is like it's like a younger person. I think she's 40 something. So, which means he could, he will be willing to work with people from other generation. That's what it means, because generation, apart from the fact that, what does it call it? Kamala Harris is not white. She does not identify as a white woman. She identifies as a black woman. So, and then she's younger. All right, she's vibrant, and she's also got some experience. So I think this might also reflect in other cabinet members, in appointment of other cabinet members. This is what my think. This is just my own personal thinking. I don't know how that will work in the future, but we wait to see it. And they have issues with COVID. In the last few days ago, they said they had almost the highest in some time. So COVID cases are still increasing in the US, and they are, deliberating about vaccine, and then the economy also, and then the Senate also. I hope that I'm just hoping that they have the Senate, but because they don't have the Senate, I don't know. I don't know what maybe Trump can use that to influence them such that it makes things difficult for them. But on a general note, I am hoping I'm hoping to see how he wants to unite the people, because in the last few days I've been following his statement. He's been talking about uniting people, that he is not going to be president over people that supported him or over the Democrats, but he's going to be American president, and I think that's phenomenal, right? So as we round up now, let's talk about how do you think? Okay, we've talked about Kamala Harris. We talked about Africa. How do you think this would impact Africa? Do you have? We would have Michael here to talk about. He's passionate about Africa,
Yeah,
but
it's Pan Africa.
unfortunately, internet will not allow him to join us from Nigeria. So, but what's your thought? No matter what it is, what's your thought regarding
Yeah,
the impact of this new government on Africa?
the impact of the new government, that's the new president coming up in US
Apart from
regarding
Nigerians rushing to Africa, to America.
that is one of the most important benefits.
No.
Now, we can see the Joe Biden winning election to see that it's it translates to minority having a voice. And
Joe Biden is not a minority. He has been in
I'm
government
not
for.
saying no, I'm not saying Joe Biden is a minority. I'm saying Joe Biden recognizes the minority than Trump
Ah,
does.
true,
So
true.
we can so for on the reflection of it on African as a whole is some time ago. See, we cannot, maybe we cannot compare these two guys. Trump can just wake up one morning and say, this grant we usually give to Nigeria, I learned that they give more than 400 billion
Okay.
dollar to Nigeria yearly. He can just wake up one morning and say that money we are not giving again, and that is it. During the COVID, even in the middle of pandemic, he just stopped the funding of World Health Organization. He just wake up one morning and just stop it. So this is a guy that is not predictable. So Joe Biden coming on board, we might not have too much expectation that's from him to African, but at least we can be rest assured that he will not treat Africans the way the other guys has been treating us. We can be sure he will not wake up one morning and call us shit horse. We can be we can be sure he will not.
And he will not call
And
our president lifeless.
if he's lifeless, you should call him lifeless. And
That is your bias.
I want to believe that the Biden and Doe and Obama and Hillary and Doe, they have good rapport with the present administration in Nigeria. So these are guys that seems to have good relationship with a lot of people. A lot of people. If they will not also get there and start instigating wars and all, I think they must have learned from their past mistakes and all. So they can also start now by helping Nigeria to fight Boko Haram and all this terrorist group that are invading African soil daily. So I think it's a good win for African generally. Because he seems to have more brain and a lot of passion for the minority which African falls in. So it's a good win for them. He shared a video today also of he shared one video and most of the people in that video are black people of color, and also I think
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
good win
video
for
that
Africa.
capture all the demographics in America. So I shared the video, and I think he's beginning to win me. Honestly, he's beginning to win me seriously, because I think see, this century, this dispensation that we are is a dispensation where what you say matters, especially as leaders. You have to be emotional intelligence is one of the skills that world employers are looking for in even in whoever they are going to employ these days, and for a whole president for not to have it, it doesn't make sense. For a president not to know how to talk to people, just like you said, it's unpredictable. He's a politician. He should have a plan. He should have a plan that, okay, people know that, okay, he's working based on this plan, this project is what is working. Not that you just sleep and wake up one day and then you just go crash something. Anyway, we've been here for 1 hour, so I want to thank you for being with us tonight. We are supposed to be 4 on this show today, but our brothers from Nigeria, one of them is his internet could not allow him. The other one is not reachable. Maybe his phone is dead, and I guess there is no NEPA. Like people will say, God will deliver us in that country. Even though I know that God is not coming to deliver us. So, Oluwatosin, thank you. Do you have something that you want to say that we have not touched?
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to all our Americans. The time has come again to be proud, to walk shoulder high, and to speak those accents and be proud of it. They also understand that they have been driven aback ever since the old guy get there and start messing things up. But he said he's going to give in a fight, and he's taking it to the Supreme Court and all. And I can see our clueless Jonathan standing him to be an advisor and advising him. But what Jonathan did then was a really good move. It saves a lot of life. It saves a lot of life. And if he's advising him to follow that suit, it's a good thing also, because the behavior of Trump ever since this election has started, and he sees that he's losing. His behavior again has been unpresidential, and he is making American democracy to look ridiculous, to the extent that their enemy, the leader of Iran, is now mocking them. So he's really dragging American to the mud. It's been so bad. One thing, and when you talk about the Senate, that if maybe the Senate will give Biden a tough time, one thing that comes to mind is, after election, one thing we can trust the Americans to be is everybody will unite to make sure America go forward. They are not like Nigerian Senate that start behaving like they are cost.
No, don't talk like that though. It can be worse even in America sometimes.
It can be worse, but
because
they usually
like we've seen under Trump now, because he didn't try to bring them together. Trump will not try at all, especially in that wise. He not try.
The other guy coming, these are guys that have brain. Not that he has brain.
Yeah,
but
I saw
guy that is.
Sorry to cut you.
Okay.
Sorry to cut you. You continue. I'd like to chip in that I saw some documentaries where people were saying that during the administration of Obama, that because Biden has a lot of experience in the Senate, that he was actually the one that was, getting a lot of deals, cutting a lot of deals with the Senate. And Senator Harris is also a senator. So which means they both have experience in the Senate. I hope, and I learned that one of the oldest guys in the Senate is a very good friend of Joe Biden. So we will keep seeing how it goes, So, you can continue or, just conclude your word if I have not.
Yeah, so they will put their country first instead of their party. That is one thing we can be rest assured with. They will put their country first. So there might be nothing to worry about on that.
I hope so. All right. Thank you so much, viewers. We really appreciate you for staying tuned and being with us in this discussion. There no question came in. I was thinking there will be questions so that we could discuss it, but questions did not come in. So we'll be here. Hopefully, we'll be back with a full house. Where we have a panel that is people that are very very much interested in discussing politics in Africa and international relations and stuff like that. People who are actually Pan Africans. So thank you so much, Ruatosin, and congratulations to President-elect Biden and Harris. We really hope we look forward to America taking its rightful position in terms of leadership again.
Mm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, viewers. Thank you. So we close it from here tonight. Bye. Please do subscribe to our channel. Do follow this page. It's important. We discuss things like this page is mainly for education. So and you want to share something, you can reach out through our direct by sending a direct message. Thank you and God bless you.